I don't know what the hell's going on. Now, I was just talking to my director producer, Bob Frizzell, and he has basically instructed everyone to hold on. Well, I don't know, he ran away. Anyway, I don't have anything else to tell you. I was going to give you a big lecture about all kinds of things. Okay, I'm wearing varsity, okay? And this reminds me of when Barack Obama was talking about ISIS, ISIL, Islamic State in Syria, and he was going on about them being like JV, junior varsity. And it's very strange that, we had such a terrible thing with ISIS and ISIL, went on and on and on and on. And then under Donald Trump, it disappeared. ISIS just disappeared. They stopped reporting on it. And I just looked up and they say that it's basically dissolved. There's nothing left of it. There's a few hundred, maybe 100 fighters in some mountain somewhere, but it's basically done. So there was really no great reporting on the end of it. It just stopped being a news item under Dr. Trump. And now we don't have it anymore. It's a curiosity because it seemed like it was a terrible thing, was on the news all the time. And, it was just one thing after another. It was all part of, the initial invasion of Iraq by George W. Bush and the occupation by American forces forever and ever and ever. And then they tried to hand it to a new government, and it was being influenced by Iran or something. And there was all kinds of things going on. And then ISIS, ISIL was in the news, and they were chopping off people's heads, journalists' heads and things. And no one knows if they ever caught who it was. I think they might have said something. But, can you believe the news? I can't fly over to Syria to go and find out if it's there. Some people with a flat earth are going to say, well, maybe there's not even a Syria. Maybe it's, I don't know. I mean, there's so many conspiracy theories and series. Let's see. The conspiracy series that I like to watch is Cosmic Disclosure with David Wilcock and Corey Goode. It's very interesting because they think that maybe there'll be some disclosure about extraterrestrials and things. The Fermi paradox is basically the idea that if you look up at the sky at night, there's billions and billions of stars, and basically they say it's impossible for there not to be life on other stars and other planets. And where are they? And we don't see them. So one possible reason is that they're cloaked and they're watching us. Some people say they've got bases on the far side of the moon. Maybe a base in Mount Shasta, bases underwater, Bermuda Triangle. Maybe they might be in other dimensions. There's lots of talk. People like David Icke talk about transdimensionals and other universes. I'm just throwing these words out there, as to whether I have no idea. I just live in my little world and try and keep up with things. And, I don't know. But it is the Fermi paradox, and there really should be extraterrestrials here. I mean, they should be way more advanced than us. They should have star travel very easy. Everything in Star Trek, the different version of Star Treks, should be true. So why don't we see them? I don't know. It's the best question I've got. Where are they? Why don't we see them? I mean, are there men in black that are keeping them, hush hush? What is it? Are there secret government dealings? Is it X-Files? I don't know, but it is still a huge question. And, if we live in a Tesseract world like the movie Interstellar, would you still see them? I don't know. That Tesseract thing just blows my mind. I watched a video by a young German guy. He seemed to know what it was all about, and it was just gobbledygook to me. But it does sort of bring in other dimensions, higher dimensions, and I do believe that there are lots of hidden things. So I'm sorry my update is very poor. I really don't give you very many good things. Some people, they do hypnotic regressions with people and they get very interesting information, and other people channel, extraterrestrials. I'm not even going to try to channel anyone right now. But, getting back to one of my things that I put on Instagram, 11/11 2018 is a huge day for the Illuminati 11s, or Masonic numbers. And 2018 in numerology, 2 plus 8 and 1 is 11. So you're getting 11, 11, 11. It's a huge number, and chances are some big event is going to happen on November 11th, 2018. If it doesn't, I'll eat my hat. Maybe I'll make a little paper hat and eat it for you. But it's most likely something is going to happen. You remember 9/11, it was an 11. This is an 11/11. 11/11, 2018 was the end of World War I at 11 a.m. So this 11/11 portal numerology, the Luciferian Illuminati are into all these kind of numbers, and if nothing happens on this date, I'm going to eat my hat, really. So, don't go into fear. Don't worry about things. That's what they're trying to do. They try to scare the population so that you give them more of your power. That's how they got the Patriot Act in play, so they could spy on you by inventing, the false flag of 9/11. I haven't been to New York to tell you, exactly how it all happened, but I am sure it is an inside job. I am absolutely sure it's an inside job. And who is guilty? George W. Bush, Rumsfeld, etc., etc. Yes, and their deep state allies. Yes, the Illuminati. Yes, and as far as higher dimensionals and things, yes, I'm going to say that there are transdimensionals. I'm not going to call them archangels, but I'm going to call them ascended masters are involved. And Sananda is the one that I know. Saint Germain is another one you might have heard of. There's other weird ones, some people call them like Mother Mary and, all these other ones. But they are definitely beings that are playing a game with us, and they call it a plane consciousness, and they love to laugh about it. But, for humans, it's horrible. It's an absolutely horrible thing. So, if I had my way, these ascended masters, I would banish them to the far end of the multiverse, and I would lock them away so that it could never affect anybody ever again. Ever again. But, I'm just me. But I've got all the power, so, if I say banish you, and there you go, maybe I can do it. If I can, I will. Put it that way. And what other ones are guilty? Well, Sri Lord Krsna is guilty. If you're from the Indian subcontinent, I'm sorry, Krsna is an evil son of a bitch. And he goes into the banishment. And I'm going to throw all the other Hindu gods in with that too, because they love to play the game of running humans around and, being worshipped and everything. But they love killing and all kinds of war. Read the Bhagavad Gita, and it's all about humans fighting one another, families fighting one another. So Krishna, I'm sorry, Shiva, Vishnu, all of you are going to be banished forever if it was up to me. And let's see what else is going to happen. Well, in my ideal world, it would be just an absolutely lovely utopia, and we all know I'm utopian. So this has been a very long lecture, basically, where I'm going to punish everyone who's responsible and execute them. No, I'm not going to execute them, although they probably do deserve it. But banishment is definitely what I would do with them. And given the fact that they use telepathy and things, I'm going to need some kind of technology to remove the telepathy from them. Basically, maybe we'll just turn them into human beings, old-fashioned human beings that don't have anything but arms, legs, and eyes, ears, nose, and throats. And let them live that way on a planet on their own, and let them figure it out without any special powers, superpowers. Maybe they'll just have to go and be farmers or something. And maybe they have to do that for like 10,000 lifetimes or something. Because seriously, these gods, goddesses, ascended masters, etc., that are at the root of all evil, they need to be locked up forever. It was like in one of the Star Trek movies, they went to the center of the galaxy and they found there was somebody who was banished there. This is the kind of place that I would put them, someplace where they're banished. They can't affect other people because they're absolutely guilty. There you have it. Thank you very much.